Hey everyone, this is Anthony Evasco, and this is Respect the Lens, a true collective.
So here we are on the first episode of Respect the Lens. I got my guy, Evasco, in the building, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm doing well, man.
Good,
I'm excited.
man. Like you just wrapped up a shoot.
I did.
So
yeah.
I have been impressed with all of your work since we've known each other, man. Like,
thank you.
Tell me a little bit about you, bro. Like, how'd you get started with photography?
Yeah, it all started, I would say, way back, I would say when I was like 13, 12, 13 years old. I think the first time I picked up a camera, I didn't really know what I was doing. So it was just like everyone else. No one knew what
Nobody
they were doing.
knows.
No one knows, But I think when I officially got into it is when I started doing street photography.
Okay.
And I was literally just like driving around Norfolk town center and just taking random photos.
Okay.
And yeah, next thing I know, I was like, there's probably something here that I could probably do. And I just started like exploring more into it. And then, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess to like piggyback off that, I never even asked you, where you from, bro?
Like, what do you mean?
Where are you from? Like, are you from here or?
Oh, yeah. Well, so I was actually originally born in the Philippines.
Okay.
I moved here when I was 11, I believe.
Okay.
And
so you spent like the
then.
first 11 years in the
Yes.
Philippines? Okay. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
and
So
I've
you've
lived
been
there
here ever
since
since.
then.
Dope.
Yeah.
And tell me about what you shoot.
A lot.
Okay.
Right now, I'm into more so like in a editorial sense of like boudoir fashion, like swim every now and then. But those are like I would say my category of photography. But sometimes I like to get into that, like dabble a little bit more into, weddings and engagements.
Okay.
If I get those kinds of clients.
If you get those type of clients.
I've been out of the game of that on that side, but
yeah, man,
it's been years.
I like it. So, what do you like about photographing? What it is that you shoot now?
Oh man, that's a great question. I would say the challenge about it is how can you articulate your language to your clients, because it's such a sensitive category, especially for boudoir. Like, being able to not just have them be comfortable with the situation, but also just telling them and showing them how you have things in your head, and just kind of like, can they actually do that? And also to them to be able to do that, just like I said, just articulating those languages is, I think, the challenging thing, and I would say the fun part.
The fun part.
Yeah.
I mean, the fun part is you bring like a bunch of pretty women here.
Some would say, right?
Some would say,
yes. I am very fortunate enough, yes, to work with amazing
talent.
models.
Like, in all seriousness, man, like you do like very beautiful work, and no pun intended, man. But I like it, man. Like, no, like you really do. Like, I've seen you on set, man, and you make. I think, for the type of work that you do make people feel comfortable. Yeah. And I think that's a big part of it. Is like, you want to like delve into that a little bit. Like, how do you make models feel comfortable enough with you on the camera? Yeah,
I mean, it's more so just you just tell jokes. Okay. It's not even just telling jokes. It's just making normal conversations with them. I think learning more about them, about life, and this is pretty much what photography is. Just learning more about who you're working with, and what they do for a living. Yep. Sometimes you make fun of not what they do, but like the things of like mistakes that they do at work. It's just like a fun thing. I wouldn't share some, but it gets down to make them really comfortable to the situation. That way, they don't feel tense. They don't feel nervous. I mean, the nervousness is still there and it goes both ways. Yep. For photographers and models, like especially when you work with a model for the first time, like you don't know anything about them. Yep. But you always started with a conversation like, yeah, how you been? How's life? What do you do for work? What do you do for things like that? What do you do for fun? Just try to get to know them a little bit, and then as you're shooting, when you show previews, like, yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
And then
like making them feel
and the next thing you know, like, oh my gosh, like that's me.
Yep.
You know,
I like it.
And to me, that gives joy, and it goes both ways.
I like it, man. So I mean, like that. I guess the basics of what you're saying is it's people skills.
Yeah.
Like making people feel comfortable. Like you can't just 100%. Be this awkward person expecting to get stuff out of people.
Exactly.
I like it. So what do you got new, bro? What's going on with your life, man? Where you? What's new? If you want to delve into anything that you have that's new.
Oh man, what's new? Well, I would say the biggest thing right now, and I'm pretty sure some people already know, is that I'm actually moving out of Virginia.
Oh man. Okay. Okay.
I am actually gonna be moving to New York.
Ooh.
Just because
going to the Mecca. Okay. All right.
You know, it took some time to kind of like, you know, consider and like justify that move, but I think that it was just time. Yeah. You know, there's nothing wrong with Virginia, but as
no, you can go down and say it. Like I'm gonna say it for you. You don't got to say it. So I think that the type of work that you do is not here. I think that your skill set and your talents and what you have to offer, you're gonna do great up there, bro. And I'm really excited for you because it's not it's not appreciated here. And I would love for it to be appreciated here, which is why I got the space and wanted to make videos like this and talk about the creatives that are here, because people like you are not appreciated. So I'm so glad that you're making that move for yourself.
Yeah. You know, it like I said, as you said as well, you know, it is a tough space, especially with what I do now, that, you know, I think I wish there is more, but with where we are, again, there's not much.
It is,
and that's just the truth of it. You know, I think I could say, like, for any artist that's growing right now, who's just leveling up into their niche, their skill sets, eventually you will have to go somewhere.
Sure.
And that's just the truth of it. Like, you don't have to.
You don't have to,
but it is one of those decisions you can have to consider.
Yeah.
You know.
I've been my thing is I wanna be based here, but I just wanna be moving all over the place. Like I wanna be able to network and move all up and down the East Coast. So I think that's possible with where we're at in Virginia. Like I'm 8 hours away from Atlanta, 8 hours away from New York. So it's like right there in the middle. Like Florida, Miami is a little further.
It is a little further.
It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like a plane ticket to Miami is like $125. So I think that's a big thing for you to be able to move, man. So what's the goal up there?
The goal is, that's a good one. The goal is always been the same.
Okay.
You know, it's always been the same, is to become a better version of myself, and not just a person, but also a photographer, and also, you know, just grow, man. Just grow the business, grow as a person. You know, right now it's the whole exposure for sure with the whole social media thing, but it's slowed down,
right?
But the networking and to be able to connect is still the same. Okay. You know, it's the moment you put yourself out there, the moment you bring your voice out, especially in New York. Sure. People will hear you. Yeah. No matter what.
Yeah. You got to you got to separate yourself a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. And the moment they work with you and like, oh, yeah, I think we got more work for you. Yeah. You know, and that's pretty much how it goes.
Okay. So you got an assault plan, so to speak, already.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I like it. And so New York, man, that's big time, right?
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
So you, if you could give any advice to like anybody like wanting, you haven't gone yet, but what steps do you think that a creative should take in order to make that type of move?
You know,
let's say I'm in, I don't know, backwoods Kentucky. Oh, I love Kentucky. Don't get me wrong. There's no disrespect to anybody, but if I wanted to, make that move to a larger market, what advice would you give somebody?
I think to just begin, I would definitely work as much as you can in Kentucky.
In Kentucky first, okay.
It is, you just gotta, I would say, know your audience and just work as much as you can until you get to the point where okay, I think this is it. But
build a portfolio first.
Build a portfolio, 100%. But before you make the official move to New York, travel there first.
Okay.
Just visit.
Yeah.
Just visit, reach out to any talents and just work with them.
Okay.
I wouldn't say do it for like a year.
Right.
Or if you want, do it for a year, by all means.
Sure.
But do it as much as you can, and not just in New York. Try Miami, try California, anywhere. Just try it before you come to a decision like, oh, I think my work can actually go somewhere.
Sure.
And it comes down to the point where I think it's time for me to move. But then again, you're gonna have to decide where you want to move.
Yeah.
If New York, if you see yourself like as far as like your style, move to New York.
Okay.
Right? If it fits New York, move to New York. But if you see your work mainly fits Cali or Miami, move there.
Right.
You just gotta have to like reflect, break it down until you see something from there, So
I like it, man.
it took some time for me.
Took some time.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be a good move for you, dog. I'm gonna miss you around here, dude. I really am. Man.
I'm gonna visit.
You're gonna visit, but you're gonna forget about us down here. You're not even gonna think about us, man. You're gonna see the pretty women in New York. Go ahead,
there will be definitely a lot of amazing talents.
I'm sure, Ant. I'm sure. I'm sure. Yo, I appreciate you chopping it up with me on this first episode, man.
Sure.
So, tell the people where they can find you, and also I want you to tell people why they should respect your lens, man.
Oh God! Oh man! That's so
humble about it.
I'll definitely be humble. Okay, well, first of all, you can find me on Instagram. It's at Anthony.Evasco. To answer that question.
It's a tough question, right?
It is a tough question.
But I'm going to tell you why I asked that. Because a lot of us as creatives, we don't get respect.
That's
and nobody respects the arts, photography, graphic design, videography, whatever. Why should people respect what it is that we do?
I think it's more so the craft. It is a lot to get into, especially to earn that respect. I wouldn't say as well, but not everyone deserves that kind of respect.
Absolutely.
But if you do respect that photographer or whatever creative you work with, and you do appreciate that, just giving that respect to the work, not just like on social media, not just sharing on their stories, but spread the word.
Yeah.
I would say is the best way to respect someone's craft.
Okay.
It's probably not the only thing, but it's the best thing I could think of in a sense of that situation.
I like it, man. So
but there are different ways you can respect the lens.
Respect the lens, man. That's it.
For sure, respect the lens.
All right, man. I'll see you next time, man. Good luck in New York. And y'all make sure y'all hit up my guy. Go check out his work. Follow him on Instagram. And I so appreciate you, man. And I will see you again soon, bro.
Thank you.